This is how to write for anime. I'm going to do the talking part of it. Back in around 1984, 1985, I was doing a lot of anime, a lot of dubbing and big pictures, foreign films, cartoons, making pretty good money. But I saw that the more valuable you can, the more you know, the more valuable you can be. I figured it's about time to get into writing, the writing part. That's where the real money is, writing and directing. Because you're on the project from beginning to end. And so I learned how to write for anime. It's different than writing a feature film or a television show. That has a different format. This has a very specific format that I will demonstrate up on the board there as soon as I get the hand mic.
Actually, they're not going to be able to bring a hand mic in because of stuff. But we can bring the poster maybe over this way.
All right. Can everybody hear me like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. No, you can hear me okay like this. Some people in the back want to move up. I don't know. We'll do it. I'll press it.
Sorry about that.
But meanwhile, I'll do my introduction here. So, as I was saying, I decided to start writing for anime. And my first anime project was actually a softcore porno movie. It was, I had to prove myself that I could do it, so that's the only project that would take a chance on me, and I did very well with it. That had, it was a French film, and it had to be dubbed into English, and it's the same format as a cartoon that has to be dubbed into English. The fancy word for dubbing is ADR, Automated Dialogue Replacement, because it's all automated, as you will see in my demonstration. It's all automated with computers and numbers. It will come up that there is something called a time code. Does anybody know what a time code is? All right, just one person. The time code is, we work on videotape when we ADR the cartoons. Videotape has 30 frames per second. 30 still pictures go by your eye per second, and that creates the illusion of movement. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
30 frames. In film, it's 24 frames. But we work in videotape, so that's 30 frames. And each frame has a separate time code number. But the engineer can punch in its hours, minutes, seconds, frames. The engineer can punch in those numbers and go right to the frame in the cartoon. So if a character starts speaking on a certain frame, the engineer can go right to that frame where the character starts speaking, rewind a couple of seconds, and then play forward, and then the character, you start speaking the words into the character's mouth. I'll show you, I'll demonstrate. But that's the basics of writing for anime, is writing down those time codes. And there's other things that you have to watch for. I'll show you. This is an 8.5 by, it's usually you write on 8.5 by 14 legal size paper, because you can get more per page. And there are columns. The first column is loop number. The loops are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down to, an average cartoon has anywhere from 275 to 380 loops, depending on how talky it is. The next column, on a certain time frame, the writer would time code it, and after a few episodes, they actually had the guy in the suit do the lines on a wild track. And he was terrible, terrible actor. And he would rush the lines. He would go, "I'm going to conquer the Power Rangers and I'll take over the city!" And here I'm trying to keep Lord Zedd slow and evil. Sort of like Darth Vader. Ah, Power Rangers. And he's doing, "I'm going to go over the city!"
So he was season 3 Zedd.
Yeah, so we were constantly rewriting because I'd see all of this goddamn dialogue in 4 seconds, because I'd look at the time code and I'd immediately tell Scott Page, the director, "No way, we're going to have to rewrite this," without even looking at the damn thing. I'd say we're going to have to rewrite this. So it clued us in on what we were looking at loop by loop, because each loop is a little story in and of itself, and that's the way you got to treat it. So that's why that time code is so important.